The attraction of faster, highly available, and scalable deployments has attracted innovative deployment teams to the concept of going serverless. Fortunately, it frequently lives up to its promise of being faster and cheaper when the circumstances and configuration meet the requirements. While performance is a key driver for exploring serverless technology, there's also a cost incentive for applications that meet the criteria for optimal serverless functionality. Understand that not every application is going to be a good fit for AWS Lambda, but there will be plenty that are. Let's take a moment to compare compute costs between EC2 and Lambda in context. First, let's look at Lambda pricing as of March of 2020. Requests are billed based on the number of requests and function invocations. In US East 1, that's 20 cents per 1 million requests and invocations. The price for duration depends on memory and time. You can allocate any amount of memory to your function between a minimum of 128 megabytes and 3,000 megabytes in 64 megabyte increments. So let's say you have a website running on one T2 Micro EC2 instance that you've reserved for a year. It has one CPU and 1 gig of RAM. We can estimate that a site like this could pretty easily handle about 300 requests a day without issue, so we can estimate the monthly requests at about 9,000. The cost of running this instance is about $8.35 a month. Note that the number of users doesn't matter. Whether our site serves 1 visitor or 9,000, we're going to pay AWS $8.35 for the instance. We can imagine similar functionality using Lambda and the same metrics as follows. 9,000 Lambda invocations, and we can estimate that each request uses the minimum 128 megabytes of RAM, and that's just to be fair to our competitor, the EC2 instance, which only has 1 gig of RAM to handle everything, including requests. Each function has an average duration of 200 milliseconds, and the grand total for AWS Lambda is a fraction of a cent. Lambda is free for a year using the free tier, and 20 cents for 1 million invocations thereafter, so we've barely scratched the surface there. I used the dashboard.io Lambda calculator to arrive at my final Lambda cost. It's a fast and fun calculator that runs in the browser and returns quick estimates. Check it out for yourself when you get a chance, and run some Lambda models of your own. Obviously, this is an example of how Lambda competes on a small scale with EC2, and there are some cases where EC2 will be the champ, especially with long-running functions, because you pay for the duration of the CPU and RAM usage. Thousands or millions of long-running serverless functions constantly running in parallel are definitely best executed on an EC2 instance, where pricing is stable and predictable, and long-running functions can run without risking a cost surprise. Lambda functions are ephemeral and stateless, and they are run in short-lived containers that are destroyed after a period of inactivity. So when you call a function, chances are it is cold or not ready and will need some time to start up. AWS provides a keep warm service that maintains selected functions in an always ready state, preventing the cold start delay for essential functions. Another way you save money with Lambda is in operations personnel. Developers partner with AWS as the ops in their DevOps team, and there's very little need for infrastructure support when running serverless applications.